Episode 3 of Light Shop begins with a flashback to events a month before Detective Yang's visit to the light shop. A woman hears loud knocks on her door late at night and, assuming it's her ex-partner, angrily tells him to leave. Later, she cautiously opens the door and sees a pair of glowing, cat-like eyes in the distance, and then she is flung out of the window, instantly killing her. Detective Yang is on a quest to apprehend the murderer, and he believes the perpetrator entered a bus covertly. He asked that the bus's engine be turned off and that everyone would get off. When the suspect was caught inside the bus, he was shocked to see a figure that appeared to be the victim departing. Detective Yang was reminded by a novice police officer not to smoke in the designated smoking area. The scene shifts to an elderly man's house who is watching TV, while there is a shadow of someone standing outside the window. The shadow then approaches the gate and knocks. At station, the detective examines the victim's criminal history. An image of a girl is shown categorized as an unresolved mystery case. When he tries to light his cigarette with his lighter, it rapidly goes out. While thinking he is distracted by a person wearing sunglasses talking to his subordinate. He then takes on the case of the elderly man who was seen earlier. Detective Yang leaves to visit the crime scene. The material was gathered by Detective Yang and the forensic team. Detective Yang observes something odd, despite the fact that it appears to be a normal death. He looks for the final phone call the elderly guy had before passing away. Because the elderly guy is right-handed, Detective Yang also noticed that the remote control was not in the proper position. He believes that someone entered before the elderly man died. He is adamant about identifying the caller of the elderly man. We see Detective Yang returning to his empty home, which was once his whole life. The happy memories of his wife's pregnancy and the time they spent naming their child came flooding back. The darkness in the house immediately following that scene seems to imply that Detective Yang was left alone to eat jajangmyeon after an unfortunate incident. Though ruled a natural death, Detective Yang finds the death of the elderly man suspicious, especially after noticing rectangular prints on the floor near the scene. His investigation leads him to explore nearby Chinese food delivery restaurants, eventually stumbling upon an unregistered eatery. Convinced the owner is involved in the murder, he leaves after gathering clues. He had a one-on-one with the suspect, where he tells him everything in detail, to which the suspect reacts, making Detective Yang believe he is the murderer. Fast forward to the present, the suspect is chasing a woman down a road when Detective Yang intervenes and confronts him. To their shock, the woman turns out to be the same victim from the Miller murder. In the ensuing scuffle, both men end up in the path of a speeding car, and Detective Yang catches a glimpse of the suspect's eyes glowing like a cat's. Detective Yang showed up at the light shop the next instant, where he ran across Jung Won Yong, the owner of the light shop, and Ji Young, the woman with the big piece of luggage. He started to doubt Ji Young after noticing some bloodstains on the floor. It was pouring, so he gave his raincoat to Ji Young. After she left the light shop, Detective Yang noticed something strange about it. Ji Young gazed at the out-of-service light bulb before she left the store. Detective Yang inquired if Jung Won Yong had noticed an odd figure in the area. He's going to arrest him here. According to Jung Won Yong, he didn't see him. Detective Yang examines one of the light bulbs that goes out among the others that are still lit.